Well, what happened was I started teaching and I was really loving it. And then I just wanted to do stand-up as a hobby. Like loads of teachers have got hobbies, right? You know, so how many teachers are in bands, right? So I just thought this is going to be my thing. I'm going to do stand-up. So I just started doing gigs. And then it started to go really well. And then somebody said to me, you know, you could definitely do this for a job.
What did you think when they said that?
It hadn't occurred to me. Well, that's a lie. It had occurred to me, but I didn't think, you don't, there's so many people trying to do stand-up, man. Like, so many people. It's so, like, what are the chances that you're going to be able to make a living out of it? It's like so slim. And also I just hadn't seen it as a career thing. But yeah, somebody comes and goes, it was actually at a competition. I was doing a competition called Say You Think You're Funny in Edinburgh. And I got to the semi-final, and it's like one person gets through to the final, and I made it through to the final. And then one of the judges came up and said, oh, the reason that we put you through is because as soon as you walked in, we go, this guy's going to be a comedian. Like, you just look like you're going to be a comedian. You can definitely do this for a living. So there's just something about you, we just go, this guy's going to be a comic. And so that's when I was like, oh, okay. And then my gigging then had a bit more purpose. And because before I was just like, I'm just going to try and get good at this, you know, that. But then now I was thinking, oh, maybe I could do this for a job. And then my agent, so then I got an agent, and the agent said to me, if you really want to give this a go, you're going to have to leave teaching. And so I talked to my wife about it, and we were like, okay. So I decided to leave at Christmas. So you give it like a half term's notice or whatever. And
didn't you get caught by this?
Oh, mate. This is so bad, man. But like, basically, I was head of sixth form. Well, actually, I was junior head of sixth form, and I don't know why I had to make that clarification. Literally, nobody cares. Sorry, was Romesh? I'm pretty sure Romesh was junior head of sixth form in that period of his life. Anyway, why did I make that correction? Anyway, so basically, I got asked to do this show at the Edinburgh Fringe. Like every night, it was just like compilation mixed bill show or whatever, and it's like a big opportunity. And but I was supposed to be back for A-level results, so I just got in touch with them and I said, my wife's poorly, and so I can't I feel embarrassed saying it, I can't make it back. And they went, okay. And so I said, I'll be back as soon as I can. And then I just was like, okay, that's fine, I've got away with that. And then I came back to school the first day of September, and nobody in the office was talking to me. Like, it was like a proper frosty atmosphere, and I thought, oh God, what's happened here? And then I opened my computer and it said, could you come to HR? So I went to HR, and they said to me, the lady said to me, she's lovely, she said to me, so you couldn't come back because your wife was poorly? And I said, yeah. And as soon as she said that, I thought, this is over, right? And then she goes, right. And then she just opened this drawer. I just pulled out this folder, and it had like reviews, me appearing on lineups. Like, it was a comprehensive dossier of what I'd been up to at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And it was just so tricky, because I just thought that would be great to have. but as soon as she said that, she was like, what do you want to do? She goes, you can't work with that team anymore because they don't want to work with you anymore, because they feel so like they're so pissed off with you for what you've done. She said, we can move you to another head of year team. And I sort of knew that I was going to leave to do comedy at that stage. So I thought it's not fair to go and join another head of year team only to leave. So I just said, I'll become a maths teacher. Like, you know, I'll take a step down and be a maths teacher and not have any of that responsibility. And so I just did that for the remainder. But when I left, the thing that kind of turned things upside down again was like 3 days before I was due to leave teaching, my dad passed away suddenly of a heart attack. And so, yeah, and so then basically what happened is that the period after my dad passing away, we had to sort out my mum's finances. It turned out my dad's finances were a house of cards. He'd got this pub that he'd been sort of borrowing money from the house to finance and all this. It was like a nightmare. So it just meant that it was like the start of my comedy career was pretty tough. Like, we were just sort of throwing our time into trying to figure that out.